ما شاء الله نبي.
أحسن ما شاء الله.
Inshallah, we'll start the program now with poetry in Arabic. I'd like to request Abu Haider to come and recite poetry in Arabic with the salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
وعجل فرجه.
أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
It's a قصيدة for الزهراء عليه السلام.
صلي على محمد وآل محمد. ما شاء الله.
بسم العلي العلا إني لأغتنم شعرا بفاطمة الزهراء ينتظم وبعلها وأبيها المصطفى وكذا أولادها وبنيها الطهر تنسجم فإنما جاءت الأخبار ثابتة في فضل بنت رسول الله تبتسم لفاطم وقفة في الحشر شافعة تنجي المحب من النيران تفتطم فبعض أسمائها صديقة ومضت مظلومة وبحبل الله تعتصم وبعض أسمائها الزهراء محدثة معصومة وبتول الطهر تحتشم قد أوجب الله في القرآن حبهم فلا صلاة لمن لم تحوي ذكرهم فإن سئلت إذا ما مت بعد إذن ماذا أتيت بزاد فيه تعتصم أقول حب بني الزهراء فاطمة وبعلها وأبيها الرسل يختتم طوبى لمن يهتدي في هديهم شرفا فهل يخيب من بالآل يعتصم وهل يمس عذاب النار شيعتهم أو يقبل الآل إذ نحن لهم خدموا وهل يشم معاديهم برائحة من جنة الخلد بل في النار تضطرم إني لأرجو رضاك بضع محمد
يا الله
إني لأرجو رضاك بضع خاتمنا أرجو شفاعتك المهداة تقتسم يا روح أحمد في جنبيه كاملة وقطعة من أبيها ليس ينفصم ماذا أقول بمن ضلع لها كسرت لما أتى الظالمون الدار يقتحم وأسقطت من وراء الباب من ألم جنينها بجروح ليس يلتئم فداك نفسي يا زهراء مفجعة رباه أنت من الظلام تنتقم شلت يمينك يا من آذى فاطمة أين المفر إذا المختار مختصم إن الذي رفع الأصوات فوقهم فأنه يحبط الحسنى فتنعدم فكيف من راح يؤذي المصطفى جنفا
في روحه بين جنبيه فتهتضم من كان يسعى إلى إيذاء عترته، فلعنة الله في الدارين إذ لهم صلى الإله عليهم أينما ذكروا، فهم وسيلتنا في الحشر نعتصم رباه، فاقبل لنا هذا القليل عسى آثامنا بعطاء الله تنهدم، عسى آثامنا بعطاء الله تنهدم. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. So translation? Hasan Tayyibullah and Fasik.
I'd like to request Brother Zamin to come and recite some poetry in Urdu with the salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum. Ya Ali.
صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
درود بھیجی محمد وآل
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
کہاں جائے آخر بیابان ہر سو، شکستہ ہے پہلو اکیلی ہے زہرا. کہاں جائے آخر بیابان ہر سو، شکستہ ہے پہلو اکیلی ہے زہرا. رونے کو پہرا مصائب کا سہرا اکیلی ہے زہرا. رونے کو پہرا مصائب کا سہرا اکیلی ہے زہرا. در فاطمہ کو جلایا ہے تم نے، کیا وعدہ اپنا بلایا ہے تم نے. در فاطمہ کو جلایا ہے تم نے، کیا وعدہ اپنا بلایا ہے تم نے. تماچے نہ مارو مسلمانوں، جاؤ علی کو بلاؤ اکیلی ہے زہرا. رونے کو پہرا مصائب کا سہرا اکیلی ہے زہرا. بیاں کس سے جا کر کروں درد اپنا، ہے غیروں کی دنیا نہیں کوئی اپنا. بیاں کس سے جا کر کروں درد اپنا، ہے غیروں کی دنیا نہیں کوئی اپنا. کوئی جا کے بابا سے کہہ دو یہ جا کر کہ لے جاؤ آ کر اکیلی ہے زہرا. رونے کو پہرا مصائب کا سہرا اکیلی ہے زہرا. اے لہتے جگر اے ابن حیدر یہ نانا کے پہلو میں سونے نہ دیں گر، اے لخت جگر اے حسن ابن حیدر یہ نانا کے پہلو میں سونے نہ دیں گر، تم آ جانا پہلو میں سو جانا ماں کے بکی میں، یہاں پھر اکیلی ہے زہرا، رونے کو پہرا مصائب کا صحرا، اکیلی ہے زہرا۔ شہ کربلا نے کہا رو کے ماں سے، یہ مظلوم بیٹے یہ مظلوم ماں سے، شہ کربلا نے کہا رو کے ماں سے، یہ مظلوم بیٹے یہ مظلوم ماں سے، اکیلا ہوں میں بھی اکیلی ہے زینب، اکیلے ہیں بابا اکیلی ہے زہرا، رونے کو پہرا مصائب کا صحرا، اکیلی ہے زہرا۔ مرے مر گیا اختر تھا زہرا کا نوحہ، کب آؤ گے مہدی کب آؤ گے بیٹا، سرے مر گیا اختر تھا زہرا کا نوحہ، کب آؤ گے مہدی کب آؤ گے بیٹا، خدا کے لیے یہ پردہ ہٹا دو، چلے آؤ آؤ اکیلی ہے زہرا، رونے کو پہرا مصائب کا صحرا، اکیلی ہے زہرا، رونے کو پہرا مصائب کا صحرا، اکیلی ہے زہرا۔ درود
اللہم صل علی محمد و آل محمد۔
I'd like to request Brother Miqdad to come and recite poetry with the salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
اللہم صل علی محمد و آل محمد۔ صلو علی محمد و آل محمد۔
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد۔
شاید بی بی زہرا نے اپنے بیٹے کو کربلا میں شہید ہوتے ہوئے دیکھ کر یہ کہا ہوگا، نازوں کے پالے بیٹا آ جولی میں پھیلاؤں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں، کتنی تپش ہے بیٹا سایہ تیرا بناؤں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں، حکم یزید آیا تیروں پہ تیر آیا، لاشوں کے بعد لاشا زہرا کے گھر کا آیا، تنہا تجھے یہاں پہ میں کیسے چھوڑ جاؤں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں،
اجڑے نہ گھر کسی کا کرتی ہوں میں دعائیں، مقتل میں آ کے تجھ کو دیتی ہوں میں صدائیں، کیوں بولتا نہیں ہے آ کے تجھے مناؤں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں، خنجر چلانا اس پہ ہے نازوں کا یہ پالا، گردن نہ کاٹ اس کی احمد کا ہے دلہارا، دنیا سے جا کے بیٹا کہیں پھر میں مر نہ جاؤں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں، ڈھونڈوں کہاں پہ جا کے بیٹا کدھر ہے میرا، پانی دیا نہ اس کو جلتا جگر ہے میرا، ٹکڑے اٹھا اٹھا کے لاشا تیرا بناؤں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں، دربار شام میں کیوں زینب کا سر کھلا ہے میری سکینہ کا کرتا بھی جلا ہے، اس حال بے بسی میں بیٹا میں مر نہ جاؤں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں، روئی قبر میں بیٹا مقتل میں روئی زہرا، دربار شرابی میں روتی رہی ہے زہرا، روتے ہوئے حسن سے نوحہ تیرا لکھاؤں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں، نازوں کے پال بیٹا آجولی میں پھیلاؤں، آخر حسین ماں ہوں، محمد وآل محمد صلوات
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
I'd like to request Brother Haider Zafar to come and recite Marsiya with the Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
صلوا على محمد وعلى محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
وارد دیگر نعرے صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل.
جناب سیدہ کی وصیت آپ لوگوں کے پیش خدمت ہے.
انشاءاللہ.
حاجر رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، کیا کہوں دل میں خیال آتے ہیں کیا کیا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، ہاں مدینے والوں کو تھا میرا رونا ناگوار، ہاں مدینے والوں کو تھا میرا رونا ناگوار، آج سے ہوگا نہ ان لوگوں کو شکوہ یا علی، دشمنوں کو تم آنے دینا میری لاش پر، دشمنوں کو تم آنے دینا میری لاش پر، پردہ شب میں میری میت اٹھانا یا علی، کیا کہوں دل میں خیال آتے ہیں کیا کیا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، بعد میرے جان کیا ہو حال بچوں کا میرے، ان کو ایذا ہوگی تو مجھ کو بھی ایذا یا علی، فاخ کر کے آفتوں سے میں نے پالا ہے انہیں، تم خیال ان کا میری خاطر سے رکھنا یا علی، جانتے ہیں آپ یہ نازوں سے پالا ہے حسین، وہ اگر روئے دلاسا اس کو دینا یا علی، تم کو زحمت ہوگی لیکن میری تسکین کے لیے میری تربت پر میرے بچوں کو لانا یا علی. رہ گئے اپنا کلیجہ تھام کر مولا علی. رہ گئے اپنا کلیجہ تھام کے مولا سعید. بھولی زہرا جب خدا حافظ تمہارا یا علی. صلی اللہ محمد وآل محمد. فاتحہ. آمین. صلی اللہ محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآله.
جب خلد سے وقت سفر فاطمہ آیا، جب خلق سے وقت سفر فاطمہ آیا، اور تب زینب و شبیر کو پاس نے بلایا، روئی بہت اور بیٹے کو سینے سے لگایا، ہر زینب کے دیا ہاتھ میں ہاتھ اور یہ سنایا، ہے زینب بے کس میری دولت سے خبردار، محبوب الہی کی امانت سے خبردار، محبوب الہی کی امانت سے خبردار، ہر بیٹی سے زہرا نے بڑے دکھ سے ہے پالا، یہ روح میرے جسم کی ہے گیسوؤں والا، اور سمجھی سے آنکھوں کی ضیا گھر کا اجالا، حجرے سے کبھی گرم ہوا میں نہ نکالا، ارے سوئی ہوں تو پہلے اسے سینے پہ سلا کر، ارے چکی بھی جو پیسی ہے تو گودی میں لٹا کر، چکی بھی جو پیسی ہے تو گودی میں لٹا کر، اے لاڈلی اس لال کا دشمن ہے زمانہ ہر شبیر کو میرے نظر بد سے بچانا تکلیف بھی سہ لیجیو ایذا بھی اٹھانا صدقے گئی مادر کی وصیت نہ بلانا ہر رنج میں اس بھائی کے کام آئی زین ارے جائے جدھر ساتھ چلی جائی زین جائے یہ جدھر ساتھ چلی جائی زین پھر روئی بہت مل کے گلے بیٹوں سے زہرا فرمایا تمہیں دولہا بنے نہ دیکھا اور فیضا سے کہا قبر نبی پر انہیں لینا روئے نہ میرے سامنے یہ ان کو تو بہلا ہے فیضا کبھی رنج انہیں ہونے نہ دینا ارے پیاروں کو میری لاش پہ بھی رونے نہ دینا پیاروں کو میری لاش پہ بھی رونے نہ دینا یہ کہہ کے کیا بند در ہجر اطہر سب خرد و کلاں رونے لگے آن کے باہر آواز سنی کلمہ طیب کی مقرر اور پھر کچھ نہ صدائی کہا سب نے یہ رو کر لوٹ گئی دنیا سے نشانی بھی نبی کی ارے رحلت ہوئی پھر آج رسول مدنی کی رحلت ہوئی پھر آج رسول مدنی کی جب خلق سے وقت درود پڑھیے محمد آل محمد
Inshallah, we'll continue our program. We are honored to have Maulana Safi Haidar amongst us today. This is a 2-day lecture series we are ending today. Maulana traveled from New Jersey to be with us on this weekend. He has a bachelor's in political science from the William Patterson University and a master's in religious studies from the Hartford Seminary. He received his Hausa studies from Ayatollah Saberi and has been pursuing Islamic studies for the past several years. I'd like to thank Maulana for being with us, taking time out from his schedule and be with us for these 2 nights. And we hope that inshallah he will make time for us today. We are a small community. We need visiting scholars like you, Maulana. So I'd like to thank on behalf of the community and on the board of IFAZ for your presence here. Thank you very much, and we would love to have you again. this point, I'd like to request Maulana to come to the mimbar with the salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
صل على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل
Second time على حب فاطمة الزهراء صل على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد
وصلى اللهم على آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين المنتجبين. قال الله الحكيم في القرآن الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل.
Tonight marks the second and final night in this lecture series for the Fatimiya of 2020. And I would like to thank you for inviting me to come and giving me the honor of addressing such a beautiful community. When we talk about the idea of Fatimatul Zahra, I had mentioned that Fatimatul Zahra is not just a person, she is a movement. And she is a movement for justice. And today I want to talk to you about Fatimatul Zahra in continuation with last night's theme of Fatimatul Zahra being Laylatul Qadr, and relating Fatimatul Zahra with Ayat al-Tathir. And finally we will talk about why the musibah fell on Al-Muhammad after Rasulullah left this world. Because it is very important for us to know what happened after Rasulullah to Ahlul Bayt occurred. We mourn it, but do we really know the causes? There is a statement that Karbala did not begin in 61 AH. It began with Saqifa, or even before that. So I want to talk about Fatimatul Zahra. Fatimatul Zahra is an individual who cannot be really described by words. Indeed, when we look at her characteristics, she is the manifestation of the divine attributes in the personhood of the woman. When we say that Fatima is the ideal model, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this whole universe for the ins and the jinn. Everything. And He created وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْإِنسِ وَالْجِنِّ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. We did not create the ins and the jinn except that they should worship me, worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the purpose of the creation of mankind is the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the embodiment of the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ahlul Bayt, salamullahi alayhi, salatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
And of course we are aware of the traditions that say that the Imams used to spend every night in prayer for 1,000 rak'ah salat. But it's not except for salah. It's illa liya'budun. So we have to understand what a'budun means if we are to really understand it. Prayer is not for prayer. Fasting is not for fasting. Zakat is not for zakat. khums and jihad and amal bil ma'ruf, nahi al munkar, tawalli tabarra, they are not just for their own selves. They are so we can extract the principles of the prayer and apply it to every facet of our life. When we talk about Ahlul Bayt, we have to talk about their worship in this context. It's not that they were just joined to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when they were praying and they were disconnected from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the rest of their life. No, their every second was Mi'raj. It was the Mi'raj of Ibadah. It was the Mi'raj of Ubudiyat, of servitude. It was the Mi'raj of the sublime attributes which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has attributed to Al-Muhammad. Now, we come to the verse of Tathir. You know, there is a lot of talk about Ilmul Adad, the numerology. And if you look at it, this verse is located in Surah Al-Ahzab. Surah Al-Ahzab is Surah number 33. And it's verse number 33. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 12. This is one of the hidden meanings behind this verse and the location of this verse. It is 12. And then when we talk about this verse, we have to understand that in Ilm al-Hadith there is categorization of Hadith sometimes based on how many narrators of Hadith have mentioned the Hadith. So for example, there is Ahad Hadith, which means that they only have one narrator. The more narrators a Hadith has, the more tawatur it becomes. The most tawatur Hadith is Hadith al-Qisa. 120,000 companions have narrated this Hadith. And not only that, but we have a statement. Of course, we know in the Indo-Pak tradition, we have the Hadith al-Qisa that we recite, which is, according to some Hadith, which is one of the possible Sha'an al-Nuzul, the time of the Nuzul of this ayah. There are other traditions that say that Bibi Aisha saw Rasulullah outside. He was wearing a flowery cloak, a cloak, but an abba, but it had a flower pattern on it. In came Hasanain and Ali and Fatima, and then Rasulullah recited, إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم رجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا.
اللهم صل على محمد
وآل محمد.
And another time it says that he was in a black cloak, and then Rasulullah, in came Hassan, Hussein, and Ali and Fatima, and Rasulullah recited, إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم رجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا.
اللهم صل على محمد.
It's not that the verse was revealed multiple times, it was revealed once. But Rasulullah wanted to make sure that the Ummah never forgot who was mentioned in this verse. So he mentioned it numerous times. Numerous times he mentions who is meant by this verse. And of course, we know them as the Holy Five. Now, in the case of the verse itself, and I will go into a little bit of the hadith of Qisa as narrated by Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari, because it's very beautiful. The verse itself is Innama. Surely. Innama was only recited, only present one other time in the Quran. إِنَّمَا وَلِيُّكُمُ اللَّهِ. First your wali is Allah, then the Rasul, and then the person who while he is in his salat, in his ruku', he gives zakat.
اللهم صل على محمد.
And when we say that, I mentioned how many times do we have to keep on saying the Quran does not mention Ahlul Bayt by name. It mentions them by their character, by stuff that they did. Ahlul Bayt did not wait for an ayat to be revealed. There's a difference between what they say alayhi salam and radiyallahu ta'ala an. There's a difference between those who were mentioned in this qissa and those who came after and who first were polytheists and then they accepted Islam much later on in their lives.
أحسنت.
Why? Because radiyallahu ta'ala an, they wait for an ayat to be revealed and then they perform the action. The ayat for namaz is revealed, then they pray. The ayat for Siyam in Ramadan is revealed, then they fast. The ayat for khums and zakat is revealed, then they give their khums and zakat. Ahlul Bayt are not waiting for an ayah. The ayat are revealed based on the actions that they have performed already.
أحسنت. أحسنت. بشر.
We are dependent on the revelation of ayat. But those whose every instance is mi'raj, and I would love to go into this more detail maybe in the future lectures, but what is mi'raj? We say, for example, that when Rasulullah went on mi'raj,
اللهم صل.
that he led the salat of the previous prophets. And he saw what was going to happen on Mahshar. What that means is Rasulullah became above space-time, and in one instance he could be in the past and the future at the same time.
اللهم صل.
This is Mi'raj. When he went on Mi'raj, he was above space-time. And he could simultaneously see what was happening in the past, the present, and the future. Recite Salat, please.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
إنما يريد يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت. Allah has chosen that He has purified you Ahl al-Bayt, and He has purified you with a thorough purification. Allah has chosen. It does not mean that Ahlul Bayt go for it and Allah prevents them, He drags them away from it. No. They are so pure that taharat is determined by them. Anyone who comes near them becomes tahir. Any idea that is associated with Ahlul Bayt is tahara. Any idea that disassociates from Ahlul Bayt is rijs. Anyone who becomes a friend and a companion and a hub and a muhib and an ashiq of Ahlul Bayt, their wujud becomes tahir. Those who oppose Ahlul Bayt, there are rijs being mentioned
بشر.
in this verse. This is rijs. Being away from Ahlul Bayt is rijs. Being close to them is the personification of tahara. You know, it is very important for us to note that in the Indo-Pak tradition, let me summarize for those who don't know. The hadith is narrated from Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari. Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari is narrating from Fatimiya al-Zahra,
اللهم صل.
who says, one day my father came to me and he says to me, I said salam to him, he says salam to me, I say alaykum salam. And then he says, Fatimiya al-Zahra, I feel weakness in my body. I want to go lay down, give me my Yemeni cloak, and I will go lie down on it. Fatimiya al-Zahra gives it to him. And he goes and he lies down. Imam al-Hasan comes in. Imam al-Hasan comes in and he says that, Ya Ummah, I smell the fragrance of my grandfather Rasulullah. Is he here? She says, yes, he is inside resting underneath the cloak. So Imam al-Hasan goes and he says, Assalamu alayka ya Jadda. أتأذن لي أن أكون هذا الكساء تحت هذا الكساء. Can I come in and join you in this kisa? Rasulullah gives Imam Hassan permission. Imam Hussein comes in and he says, Ya Assalamu alayka ya Ummah. She says, Wa alayka assalam. Ya waladi wa ya qurrata aini wa thamarata fuadi. And he says, I smell the fragrance of my grandfather Rasulullah. She says, yes, he is resting. You want to come join him? Go join him. He goes and he says, Salam. And Rasulullah responds. He asks for permission to join. And he joins. Then comes Abul Hassan. Same thing happens. Abul Hassan never used to mention Fatima Zahra by name. He would always say, Ya binta Rasulullah. And Fatima Zahra would never mention Imam Ali by name. She would say, Ya Abul Hasan, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Those titles was the one that she would use. He says, I smell the fragrance of my brother, of my cousin Rasulullah. Can I join him? He says yes. She says yes. And then he goes to Rasulullah, asks him permission. And he joins. Fatima Zahra joins. Now Rasulullah, he openly holds the two ends of the kisa and he says, Allahumma inna haulai ahl bayti wa khasati wa hammati lahmuhum lahmi wa damuhum dami yu'limuni ma yu'limuhum wa yahzanuni ma yahzanuhum. أنا حرب لمن حاربهم وسلم لمن سالمهم وعدو لمن عاداهم ومحب لمن أحبهم إنهم مني وأنا منهم فاجعل صلواتك وبركاتك ورحمتك وغفرانك ورضوانك علي وعليهم وعذهب عنهم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Allah, Fatima Zahra is knowing this. A lot of times we have this confusion that only the prophets can see the affairs of the Malaika. But Fatima Zahra is noting this when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala turns to his Malaika and he says that I would have not created the earth or the sun and the moon and anything between them. Fatima Zahra is noting the affairs of the Arsh on this earth. She is seeing what is above. And she says, when Allah stops mentioning the praise of these five individuals, Jibreel asks, Ya Rabbi wa man tahta al-kisa. Jibreel came every day, all the time to Ahl al-Bayt. But when they were not in this kisa, sometimes he saw Hassanain, sometimes he saw Rasulullah, sometimes he saw Amir al-Mu'mineen separately, and Fatima Zahra. When their nur was gathered collectively in this place, in this kisa, not even Jibreel could recognize them. Their nur was so vibrant that the malaika that used to come to them on a regular basis could not recognize them. And of course, then the hadith continues and the ayat is revealed. Jibreel, he asks Allah permission to go join him, the Rasulullah and Ahlul Bayt in the Kisa. And he goes down. Now he already has Allah's permission. And Rasulullah, of course, knows this. if Fatima Zahra is seeing the affairs of the Malaika on this earth, do we think Rasulullah does not know? Of course he knows. But Jibreel comes, he asks Rasulullah if he could join again. And then when he joins, he says the praises that Allah mentioned. And he says that the verse is revealed, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمُ الرِّجْسَ أَهْلَ الْبَيْتِ وَيُطَهِّرَكُمْ تَطْهِيرًا.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Now, the hadith finishes. One point I mentioned, Fatima Zahra could see the affairs of the Malaika. That is clear from this version of the story of events. That is why when Rasulullah left this world, only a few days after he left this world, it is said Fatima Zahra went into the masjid and she started wailing and crying for her father. And one of the statements she mentions is that, "O Father, the angel of revelation," meaning Jibreel, has stopped coming to our house. Meaning she saw Jibreel come every time he came. Now she is saying that she does not see him anymore coming. But again, there is another facet to this. When a hadith is being dictated, the hadith is dictated, Rasulullah always, and the Imams, they always talked according to the level of the person they were addressing. So when Rasulullah would be with an alim or an adib of a specific science, he would talk to them in that way. When he was with a farmer, he would talk with them that way. This hadith al-kisa can actually be a hadith al-kisa, meaning it's multiple statements of the ma'sumin. And now, this is the highest level of hadith. Because when we talk about, I just said, the Imams and Rasulullah, whenever they would talk to an individual, they would talk according to their level of knowledge, their ilm, their taqwa, their taharat, their purity. When a ma'soom is talking to a ma'soom, it's either Allah talking to the malaika, or Imam Hassan talking to Bibi Fatima, Imam Hussein talking to Bibi Fatima, Imam Ali talking to Bibi Fatima, them talking to Rasulullah, and Bibi Fatima talking to Rasulullah, and Rasulullah praising Ahlul Bayt openly. Jibreel is also ma'soom, so when he comes down, he is talking amongst ma'soomin. This whole hadith is related within the context of ma'soomin. So this is the highest level of hadith. It is the most, and you could say, it is the cream of the crop in this sense. So now the subject has to be the level of ismat, of taharat of ma'soomin. The motive, but the language being used, the maybe even the ahkam fiqhiyya that you can derive from this, or the ahkam of Islam that you can derive from this, or the rules of akhlaq, the rules of spirituality, the rules of everything that you can derive from this, is at the cream of that subject, because it is ma'soom talking to ma'soom. Recite salawat, please.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
And we should note that it is because of the overwhelming praise of Ahlul Bayt in the Quran and in the life of Rasulullah that the atrocities that befell them afterwards is because of this. those munafiqun for whom Surah Al-Munafiqun was revealed were upset that the Quran was the qasida of Al-Muhammad. They were upset that everything that the Rasulullah did from Ashira, from Da'wat of the Ashira to Ghadir Khum was always the praise of Al-Muhammad. Always the praise of Al-Muhammad. What befell Ahl al-Bayt therefore was because of the grudge that they had during the time of Rasulullah, and Saqifa did not begin at Saqifa. The 19th of Ramadan in Kufa when Imam Ali was hit did not begin on the 19th of Ramadan. The day, the 28th of Safar, when Imam al-Hasan was poisoned, did not begin on the 28th of Safar. Karbala, Ashura, 61 AH, did not begin at 61 AH. They all began with the pre-plotting of those who had animosity against Ahlul Bayt because of the numerous praises mentioned throughout the Quran and throughout the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
There is a statement that is mentioned by some ulama. Some people ask, why do we do 10 days or 40 days of Ashura, of commemoration of Imam Hussein? The response that ulama give is so that you do not forget Imam Hussein the way you forgot Ghadir. It is not that the enemies forgot Ghadir. It was because of Ghadir that they did what they wanted to do. But the followers of Ahlul Bayt forgot Ghadir. It was because we forgot Ghadir. How is it possible that Ayat al-Tathir is revealed for Ahlul Bayt? In Dawat al-Ashira, the person Imam Ali appoints as his successor right away is Imam Ali. Throughout his life, Rasulullah keeps on appointing Imam Ali as his successor so everybody knows. And then Ghadir culminates, and it is again the appointment of Imam Ali. Why is it that they remembered Ghadir, but we forgot? How is it possible? Remember, Ghadir did not take place at the first year of the prophecy of Prophet Muhammad, prophethood of Prophet Muhammad. No. Ghadir did not begin then. Ghadir began at the last farewell Hajj of Rasulullah. Meaning the revelations have been revealed, the surahs have been jotted down, and for us, as Shia of Ahlul Bayt, we do not believe in this idea of tahrif in the Quran. Except for the one point in Surah Al-Safat where they changed, it was supposed to be Salamun ala Ali Yasin, they changed it to El Yasin. And one of the understandings by that is Yasin is one of the names of Rasulullah, and Ali Yasin was Ahlul Bayt. So in order to distort the meaning, they changed it to El Yasin. But in general, we don't believe in the idea of tahrif in the Quran. We say from the Bab Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim of Surah Al-Fatiha to the last scene of Surah Al-Nas, everything was compiled during the time of Rasulullah. The way the surahs, the ayats were organized was done during the time of Rasulullah. Now, we broke the Quran up into juz and to ruku and everything, that's us. And the different punctuation marks that we put, that's us. That's also why, according to the Shia view, every Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim of every surah has a different meaning according to a verse or a word in the next ayah. If we believed in tahrif, this would be absolutely pointless. The Quran is a qasida of Ahlul Bayt. Ahlul Bayt give to when they have fasting, they give to the asir, the yatim, and the fugitive, and the captive, and the poor. And then the verse is revealed. Ahlul Bayt give zakat and ruku, and the verse is revealed. Ahlul Bayt are called for mubahila, and it is Rasulullah who brings. He could have bought anybody. Abna ana is jam. Nisa ana is jam, sighai jam. Anfusana is sighai jam. But he brings Hasanain, Fatimiya Zahra, and Imam Ali.
Allah.
And then the Christians of Najran, their priests, they say that if these people were to make but dua, the mountains would collapse. That is the status of Ahlul Bayt. That is their greatness. That those who did not believe in the message, although they did not believe, or even because they did not believe, they still testify to the veracity of Muhammad. What happened to those kalma reciters? You see, after Karbala, after Rasulullah, there were times in Karbala, for example, where the Christians were more merciful to Ahlul Bayt than the Muslims were. Lady Zainab, after Karbala, from Karbala to Kufa and Kufa to Sham, there's one consistent thing that they kept on asking. Give us our hijab back. Give us our hijab back. Give us our hijab back. They were in Kufa, they did not get their hijab back. They were in Sham, they did not get their hijab back. But because they took an indirect route that went through the northern part of Iraq, they went through the city of Mosul. And in the city where, a couple of years ago they said that it had not been for Ayatollah Sistani's fatwa for fighting against Daesh. May Allah bless Ayatollah Sistani. That Mosul would have been in the hands of Daesh, and in 2 weeks Baghdad would have been in complete control of Daesh. Mosul is still a Christian city. It's not a Muslim city. When they went there, the Christians of Mosul forced Yazid's army to give Ahlul Bayt their hijab back. This is what happened. Going back to the idea of the Christians of Najran, there was one Rahib who came to Rasulullah when he was during the time of the Prophet of Islam. And we go back to Fatimiya Zahra in a little bit. I'm sorry, I digress. He asked for children. Rasulullah said, it is written in Lawh al-Mahfuz that you're not giving any children. Imam Hussein is there. He said, I give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rasulullah says, go Rahib, because Hussein has the ability to change Lawh al-Mahfuz. And he had 7 children. He went to Halab, Aleppo, and when Ahlul Bayt's caravan came through Aleppo, he found out who they were, and he sacrificed all his 7 sons for Imam Hussein. They knew. They didn't forget Ghadir, we forgot Ghadir. That is why, and I'm going to mention the full musibah of Fatimiya Zahra tonight. I'm going to mention the full musibah tonight. What happened to Fatimiya Zahra? Last night I only mentioned the few parts of the musibah of Fatimiya Zahra. We left off when Imam Ali's neck was being tied with the noose. Fatimiya Zahra salamullahi alayha Remember, her rib cage is broken. She grabs onto Amir al-Mu'mineen salamullahi alayh. One shaqi, one mal'oon, la'natullahi alayh. La'na of Allah be on that mal'oon. He takes the blunt end of his sword and he strikes Fatima al-Zahra. Remember, Fatima al-Zahra's 4 rib cages are broken. It is impossible for Fatima al-Zahra not to feel pain even when she breathes. But you know what happens to Fatima al-Zahra? She says to Fizza and Ayman, I believe, for her to get up. They're dragging Imam Ali throughout the streets of Medina. Fatima al-Zahra says, take me to my father's grave. Take me to the grave of Rasulullah. I want to do dua now on these people. She does not say because of herself or what happened to her or for what happened to Muhsin. Fatima al-Zahra's ribcage is broken. It is said that she reaches the grave of Rasulullah, broken ribcage. Salman is with Imam Ali. Imam Ali finds out that Fatima al-Zahra is about to make a baddu'a or make a curse on this ummah. He says to Salman, tell Zahra not to curse this ummah. Salman says, Mawla, how do you know? He says, Salman, go to the grave of Rasulullah, tell Zahra not to curse this ummah. Imam Ali says, Salman, I see that the walls of Masjid Kufa are being raised. If Fatima al-Zahra makes this baddu'a, remember, her baddu'a will be accepted, but nothing would remain of the ummah of Rasulullah. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of another lady. Lady Zainab salamullahi alayha. When they were entering Damascus, she says to the enemies, she says to them, give us our veils back. Kufa was a city of Muslims, but they're Christians, they're Jews, they're foreigners here. Give us our veils back. When she gets a no in response, she gathers all the women and children, and she says to them, I will raise my hands up in baddu'a. And all of you, once I make this dua, you say Ameen. She raises her head up. She looks at the severed head of her brother, Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein is crying. She says, brother, why are you crying? He says, Zainab, if you make this baddu'a, your baddu'a will be accepted. But nothing will remain of the religion of Muhammad. Nothing would remain of the ummah of Rasulullah. Lady Zainab puts up her hands down. Fatima al-Zahra is at the grave of her father. When she hears Imam Ali's request, she says, oh father, I came to make this baddu'a for Ali. Now for Ali's sake, I am putting my hands down. Fatima al-Zahra does not live much longer. It is said she went into her hujra, her corner, her room. She said to Ayman, who was one of her servants, she said to her, listen, I am going to be praying. Remember, once my voice stops, just think that I have left this world. She hears Fatima al-Zahra for a little bit, and then the voice stops. Hassanain come in, but Fatima al-Zahra had said, when Hassanain come in, give them some food. Before you have them meet me. When they come in, they say, Ayman, where is our mother Fatima? She says, my princess, my masters, why don't you come sit down and have some food? She says, Ayman, have you forgotten we never eat without our mother Fatima? What happened to our mother Fatima? She has to tell him your mother has left this world. Fatima Zahra's musibah was such that she did not want anybody from the enemies to come over her burial proceedings. She had mentioned, Ya Ali, I want you to be the one to perform my ghusl and kafan and perform it at night time. And bury me at night time. When you make my grave, you level my grave, because I don't want my enemies to know where my grave is. You know what happens? Imam Ali, he gives ghusl and kafan to Fatima Zahra. While he is giving ghusl, he screams. After the ghusl and kafan had been performed, Salman says, my master, you are the Fatih of Khaybar. Why did you scream? He says, Salman, Fatima was hiding a wound from me. This was the first time I saw her broken rib cage. Fatima Zahra's Vasiyah was accepted. Her ghusl and kafan and her burial were at night. Her grave was raised. But Fatima's musibah does not end there. There are only a few individuals whose musibah go on after their life. The one is Amir al-Mu'mineen, because he came back to Sayyidah Zainab at different times of her journey from Karbala to Kufa and Kufa to Sham. The other is Fatima Zahra. On the night of Ashura, on Shab-e Ashur, in the Indo-Pak traditions, I won't take much longer of your time. In the Indo-Pak traditions, it is said that Abu Abdullah Hussein was going outside with one of his companions, and they said they heard the voices of a lady. This lady was taking Imam Hussein's horse, and she says she was cleaning the maqtal of Abu Abdullah, and she was saying, O Zuljana, O Murtajiz, when Hussein falls, he is going to be very, very tired. He's going to have a lot of arrows in him. I want you to sit down when he falls. They ask her who this lady is. She says, this is my mother, Fatima Zahra. When Imam Hussein is being killed, Fatima Zahra puts her hands forward to prevent Shimr from cutting the neck of Abu Abdullah. When Sakina falls from her camel, Abu Abdullah al-Hussein's head falls as well from its arrow. You know when Imam al-Sajjad comes to meet his father, he says, Father, what is wrong? Why aren't you moving? He says, my Sakina has fallen and she is not with us right now. Lady Zainab goes back and she sees Sakina. There is a woman. She is lying on this woman's lap and she is sleeping. She says, woman, you have had mercy on us. You have had mercy on us. Let me make dua for you and give me Sakina. Fatima Zahra says, Zainab, you don't recognize your mother. It's me, Fatima, Zainab. It is me, Fatima Zahra Zainab. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Fatima Hussein.
Ya Zahra, Ya Zahra,
یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا اے میری بیوی اے میری بیوی تیرے در میں استغاثہ ہے تیرا من میری شہزادی جہاں سارا ہے یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا تو ہمیں حفظ اور رما دے دے اپنی چادر کا سائبان دے دے تیری قدرت میں کیا نہیں بیوی تو جس سے چاہے تو جہاں دے دے یا زہرا یا زہرا یا اے میری بیوی اے میری بیوی آنسوؤں میں دعا مانگی ہے تیری تسبیح ہے پڑھ کے دل نے تجھے پکارا ہے یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا ان شہیدوں کا یہ مقدر ہے صاحبان کا تیری چادر ہے ان کے سینوں پہ میری بیوی داغ ماتم نشان حیدر ہے یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا اے میری بیوی اے میری بیوی تیرے بچوں کا غم مناتے ہیں اپنی اولاد سے کہیں پڑھ کے ہم یہ پارا ہے یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا فرش مجلس پہ اور مصلی پر ترجمہ کہہ رہا ہے رو رو کر ہم رہے نہ رہے مگر بیوی تا قیامت رہے غم سرور یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا رن کو جاتے ہوئے سر جھکائے ہوئے شہر نے رو کر کہا الوداع 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 رنگ کو جاتے ہوئے سر جھکائے ہوئے شہر نے رو کر کہا الوداع 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 آیا وقت سفر ہے بہن آج ہم ہو رہے ہیں جدا الوداع 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 رنگ کو جاتے ہوئے سر جھکائے ہوئے شہن رو کر کہا الوداع 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 شاہ بڑھ کر بہن کے گلے لگ گئے اور دکھیا بہن سے یہ کہنے لگے میری مظلوم پیاسی مسافر بہن تیرا حافظ خدا الوداع 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 رن کو جاتے ہوئے سر جھکائے ہوئے شہن رو کر کہا الوداع 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 جس سے ڈرتی تھی تم وہ گھڑی آ گئی دیکھو چاروں طرف تیرگی چھا گئی دشت پر ہول میں شام ہونے کو ہے لو مسافر چلا الوداع 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 رن کو جاتے ہوئے سر جھکائے ہوئے شہن رو کر کہا الوداع 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 لے کے پالی سکینہ کو آغوش میں ننھے سے ہاتھوں کے بوسے لیے ہائے بوسے لیے شاہ نے حسرت سے بیٹی کو تکتے ہوئے آہ بھر کر کہا الوداع 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 رن کو جاتے ہوئے سر جھکائے ہوئے شہن رو کر کہا الوداع 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 رن کو جاتے ہوئے سر جھکائے ہوئے شہن رو کر کہا الوداع 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 آیا خیمے سے باہر جو مولا میرا بھائی بیٹا بھتیجا کوئی بھی نہ تھا ہے کوئی بھی نہ تھا ایک حسرت سے چاروں طرف دیکھ کر شاہ نے خود ہی کہا الوداع 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 رن کو جاتے ہوئے سر جھکائے ہوئے شاہ نے رو کر کہا الوداع 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 جب تڑپ کر کہا میرے شیرو اٹھو آؤ زینب کے بھائی کو رخصت کرو ہائے رخصت کرو ایک ایک لاش پہ سر سے آئی صدا اے شہ کربلا الوداع 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 رن کو جاتے ہوئے سر جھکائے ہوئے شہن رو کر کہا الوداع 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 یا حسین یا حسین
حاجی
اللهم
صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم
صل على محمد وآل محمد.
السلام عليك يا بنت رسول الله. السلام عليك يا بنت نبي الله. السلام عليك يا بنت حبيب الله. السلام عليك يا بنت حبيب الله. السلام عليك يا بنت خليل الله. السلام عليك يا بنت صفي الله. السلام عليك يا بنت أمين الله. السلام عليك يا بنت خير خلق الله. السلام عليك يا بنت أفضل أنبياء الله ورسله وملائكته. السلام عليك يا بنت خير البرية. السلام عليك يا سيدة نساء العالمين من الأولين والآخرين. السلام عليك يا زوجة ولي الله وخير الخلق بعد رسول الله. السلام عليك يا أم الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة. السلام عليك أيها الصديقة. السلام عليك أيتها الصديقة الشهيدة. السلام عليك أيتها الرضية المرضية. السلام عليك أيتها الفاضلة الزكية. السلام عليك أيتها الحوراء الإنسية. السلام عليك أيتها التقية النقية. السلام عليك أيتها المحدثة العليمة. السلام عليك أيتها المظلومة المغصوبة. السلام عليك أيتها المضطهدة المقهورة. السلام عليك يا فاطمة. السلام عليك يا فاطمة بنت رسول الله ورحمة الله وبركاته. صلى الله عليك وعلى روحك وبدنك. أشهد أنك مضيت على بينة من ربك، وأن من سرك فقد سر رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله، ومن جافاك فقد جفا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله، ومن آذاك فقد آذى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله، ومن وصلك فقد وصل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله، ومن قطعك فقد قطع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله، لأنك بضعة منه وروحه الذي بين جنبيه. أشهد الله ورسله وملائكته أني راض عمن رضيت عنه. أشهد الله ورسله وملائكته أني راض عمن رضيت عنه، ساخط على من سخطت عليه، متبرئ ممن تبرأت منه، موال لمن واليت، معاد لمن عاديت، مبغض لمن أبغضت، محب لمن أحببت، وكفى بالله شهيدا وحسيبا وجازيا ومثيبا. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على محمد.
It's highly recommended to perform two rak'ah prayer and send the thawab to Sayyidah Fatima alayhi salam.